Another bubble conference finals rematch, this time the Eastern Conference Finals between the Heat and the Celtics. And what I am going to be doing in this video is giving a betting preview for game one of this series. A lot of people called that playoff run a Mickey Mouse run, which is kind of funny that 3 years later, all four of the Final Four teams are back in the Final Four. For this game, obviously, like I said, betting preview for the Heat versus Celtics. If you want to play around with the screen that you see me using, all you need to do is go to oddsjam.com, hover over sports, go to NBA, click the game you're looking for, and then it pulls up this screen here where we can line shop and see where we can find the best value. So no surprise here, the Heat being the 8 seed, the Celtics being the 2 seed. The Celtics are pretty heavy favorites here. As we can see, best offered on the money line at minus 305. That is at Bet Rivers. Unfortunately, that is also at Circa Vegas, which is a very sharp sports book. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend betting minus 300 regardless, especially when we're not getting any value. On the Heat side of it, their odds are best offered technically at plus 280, but that is at a sharp sports book. Looks like they're best offered on a book that you could actually readily availably bet. I'm not sure if that's a word, but it would be WinBet or Bet365, which I wouldn't recommend touching the Heat money line at plus 265 either, because there's no real value there. Where things are interesting is the spread. So majority of sports books have this at Celtics minus 7.5, including all of the sharp sports books except for one, except for Circa Sports. But we can also get the Heat at plus 8 at minus 110 odds at Fox Bet. Now, this is a tough situation because Circa Sports also prices this at plus 8, but they do favor the Heat at that number, right? They have the Heat at minus 110. They have the Celtics side of it at minus 107. So they're favoring the Heat. And then every other sharp sports book, Pinnacle, Circa, and then 2 other sharp sports books have this at 7.5. So I actually am going to make my official pick for this video. I'm going to ride with the Heat plus 8. There is some value here, and it also meets one of my NBA playoff betting systems, which is if there are 2 teams in the playoffs that are meeting past the first round, whichever team had the longer playoff series prior doesn't cover the spread as often in game one. So the Celtics went 7 games with the Sixers. They just played on Sunday, May 14th. The Heat went 6 games with the Knicks, and they last played on Friday. So not only do the Heat have an extra 2 days of rest, but the Celtics also played 1 extra game. Now, if you think about the history of this in the playoffs this year, it's hit every single time. So obviously the first round doesn't count. Let's go to the next round, the second round. Sixers-Celtics series. The Sixers beat the Nets in 4 games. The Celtics beat the Hawks in 6. The Sixers won game 1 despite being like 10.5 point underdogs. Now, the other Eastern Conference series, the Heat versus Knicks, there was no difference. They both won in 5. So let's go to the Western Conference. The Lakers won in 6 in their series. The Warriors won in 7 in their series. Who won game 1? The Lakers won game 1 in Golden State. So it's 2-0 so far these playoffs. And then the other series, the Suns versus Nuggets, there was no play there. And if you go back to last year, these 2 teams literally played in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Celtics were coming off of a Game 7 series against the Bucks. The Heat were coming off of a 6-game series against the Sixers. Guess who won game 1? That would be the Heat. Now, I am not picking the Heat straight up in this one. I'm just picking them to cover the spread. But it is funny that all 3 of the examples, the away team, the road team, the underdog, won straight up. And the team that was, there also happened to be the more well-rested team as well. So regardless, we are riding with the Heat plus 8. The most important thing is the value. These playoff betting systems are fun, but they're not worth betting if there's no value. In this case, there is some value on the Heat. So we are riding with the Heat plus 8, minus 110 odds at Fox Bet. Looking at the total, there's also some value if you want to take the under 210.5. That is at minus 112 at Bet Rivers. So again, Circa Sports is the sharp sports book that prices it at the same number. But again, they favor the under. Now we're getting this a little bit juiced at Bet Rivers at minus 112. So it's not quite the same minus 110. It's 2 cents worse. But every other sharp sports book, Pinnacle has this at 210, favors the under. Circa Vegas has this at 209.5, which is even better for us, right? It's a full point below what we got it at. Other sharp sports books, one favors the under at 210. One of them has it at 210, just at even money. But regardless, really, no matter how you look at it, there is some value here on the under 210.5, minus 112 odds at Bet Rivers. So that's also going to be a play. Now, if you only want to bet one, I would definitely say recommend the Heat over the total. The Heat, I am more confident in the value is a little bit better on the Heat at +8, but both of them are solid as well. The under as well as the underdog makes sense. There is some positive correlation there, but that's going to be it. So betting preview, game one, Heat, Celtics. It's going to be another awesome series. Let's hope we get a 7-game one like we did last year. And that's going to be it. So if you're tailing both of these or just one, comment and let me know. Other than that, remember to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit me up at my Twitter handle you see on the screen here. Thanks for watching and have a good one. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Below are all of my different social medias where I post picks and plays daily. Make sure to hit me up there. Also, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel as I'm constantly putting out new videos to learn how to make money sports betting. And that's it. So thanks for watching and have a good one.